All right, everybody. Welcome to the Naturolls Winter WonderShot 2025. Today we've got a bit of a special crew with us. We got some new voices to join you, and I would love it if they would introduce themselves. And if you'd like, you can share where to find yourself online or whatever. But just want people to know what you sound like when we get started here. So anybody who wants to go ahead.
Ladies first.
All right. My name's Tiddly, and I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tiddly, Monday through Friday, 9 Central. I peddle a brand of auditory caffeine. Most of my experience in D&D has been doing Telltale Tavern podcast, which is amazing. So this is my first time doing Daggerheart podcast, which is going to be really fun. But I also have done IRL D&D, so I'm excited to do this one shot. I think it'll be fun.
Thank you for joining us, Tiddly. Who wants to go next?
Yeah.
I'll go.
Birthday boy.
My name is Maryland Maverick. You can also call me James, my government name. You can find me on Blue Sky by the same name, Maryland Maverick, and around Twitch as well under the same name. I am a lawyer. I am a father, a husband, and I've played a little bit of D&D, both in real life and mostly on the internet. But I'm really happy to be here doing Daggerheart with the only person that has ever GM'd Daggerheart for me before. Michael hooked me in with his riveting portrayal of Fidget, the small caffeinated child, in the startup one shot. So excited for tonight.
I was telling Mick about that earlier. I was like, you know who Mav's favorite character is, right? I was telling
to this day.
Yep.
To this day.
Long live Fidget.
Okay, I can go. Hi, I'm a Fate Walker. I been role playing since I was 12. So we're sitting at like almost 30 years ago at this point. I've played so many different varieties of games, from Besom to D&D, Advanced Edition D&D, Pathfinder, Savage Worlds. I've got a pretty good repertoire of just different games I've played around. This will be my first time ever playing Daggerheart, so this will be a fun new rule set to learn. You can find me at twitch.tv/brofessor_panda as a side mod. Or twitch.tv/FateWalker. I am a very part-time streamer Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And then often on twitch.tv/Revealing Too Much, because I like to hang out with him a lot and play whatever co-op games I can when I have time. Outside of that, nothing other crazy new. I'm just at the moment, Florida man. So we'll see what crazy stuff I can do.
All right, we got one more joining us.
Oh, it me. Okay, sorry. Hello, this is Professor Panda. Probably the easiest place to find me is also on Twitch. Got a lot of Twitch folks on here. Twitch.tv /Professor_Panda. I like and also like having the time frames. The current setup is Thursdays through Sundays for me. And I don't really know what I'm doing, but definitely here to have a good time, and hopefully everybody's gonna have a good time alongside me. So
awesome. And I am your GM, your host, your... You know what? It's the holiday season. You're Charles Dickens, I suppose. So I'm revealing too much. I'm on the Naturolls, and I edit the show, and I post on Blue Sky for the show. And anyways, I do a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats, and I'm wearing a Santa hat right now, so that's pretty convenient to say. So a little backstory about this one shot. We kind of decided to play this one shot a few days ago. So characters have been created in the last few days. World has been created in the last few days. I originally went, I might just run the one shot I ran last year for some people for the holidays. And as I built it, I realized I could do something either much cooler or much dumber. And so what you're going to see is definitely here, I guess is probably the right word, huh? What you're going to hear is definitely the result of that. Also, Marilyn Maverick's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday. And by the time you hear this, that won't be true. But maybe you'll listen next year on the day before Mav's birthday, and then it'll be right. So who knows?
Make it an annual thing, we're all
Yeah, exactly. So I guess without further ado, I would like to welcome everyone to the Naturolls Winter WonderShot. I wish I had cool music to like play for you guys to set the mood, but I'm very afraid of being taken down from the internet. So you guys can just
That's fair.
You guys can just listen to nothing and like it.
We just need
royalty-free Christmas music
on a flat top. Kinda snowy.
I said without further ado. So much further ado after I said that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
There has been quite a bit of ado.
Yeah.
A lot of ado.
It was much ado, and unfortunately it was about nothing. So
can we further this ado? I second it.
All right. At the northernmost pole of Ardea, the region commonly called the Shatterlands, sits the small town of Winterberry, an otherwise unremarkable place that finds its bright and brilliant purpose once a year for the holidays. You see, Winterberry is no ordinary town this time of year. It is a magical place, full of cheer as far as the eyes can see. Lights are hung all around, on rooftops, between buildings, lining every window and door, giving its snow-lined streets an otherworldly glow. It should be gaudy, but it isn't, and you find that just the sight of it warms you. And I'm going to be a little generous right here and say all of my players can take an extra hope as you feel the warmth of the holiday spirit.
Okay, where do I mark hope on the sheet?
At the top of the sheet, at the top of your sheet, there should be a top left, hit points and stress.
Yes.
That is not the right side. The top right,
Correct.
It says hope.
Top right.
Sorry,
Great. Thank you.
I was not looking at the sheet as I started that, so that
you
was
look
really
to your top left, and then look on the other side of the page.
Yeah, you look to the top left.
So look at the top left, not that.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Dude, I have not GM'd in a while. Okay.
If you look to the bottom, you've gone too far.
Exactly. You find it's so I'm gonna go back to that for just a moment. So you find that just the sight of all of these lights warms you. And the smells, oh, the smells. There's food and drink of every kind cooking and simmering and being poured into tall tankards. There, off in the distance, you see a cart serving large pieces of bread with melted cheese poured all over it. Your mouths begin to water. And your ears aren't left out either, and you hear the soft tinkling of bells, the light clip-clop of hooves. For a moment, you look to the rooftops to see if a jolly man might be crouched there, a sack over his shoulder. It is, in a word, perfect. You all, the hopeful heroes of our tale, find yourselves between adventures with a little downtime, stopping for a moment in this idyllic place. And now, I'm going to hand the story over to you, and you all can tell me who your characters are, what brought you here, and where we find you as our story begins. And this is where I put you on the spot, because Daggerheart is a shared storytelling game, and share whatever you think is relevant or fun or interesting. We're going to use this time for our party for this one shot to gather and meet each other and get to know each other. So
great. So who your character is, what brought you here, and what's the third one?
Third one is where we find you. So
where we find you.
It doesn't have to be a specific list. It was more just prompts as an idea of what you're doing, who I think people would like to get to know your characters a little bit. And, meeting each other could be a good way to do that. Picking a fight with with a reindeer could be an interesting way. Yeah, I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Wait, hold on. I am a reindeer.
Okay.
This is
We starting something already? I can go first. So, my character is, or should I talk from my character's perspective?
Sure.
Or are we just introducing our characters?
I would say I don't know. How do any of the characters know each other so far?
Well, that's the question, because I mean, we could be meeting in a tavern for the first time and
I thought about
ourselves or something like that, or
setting you all in a tavern, and then I was like, a lot of adventures start in a tavern. I will give the players an opportunity to say maybe they want to do something else. Maybe there's something else. But also, if you guys would like to start in a tavern, that's A-okay too.
Okay.
There are plenty of places to get warm mulled wine and anything you might want in Winterberry.
quick question. Is Winterberry the North Pole? Is this Santa's village? Does Santa's village exist
does
here?
Santa exist in this I guess.
Is he canonical?
Is
Wow,
Santa canon?
That's a lot. That's a lot. You guys decide that. I'm fine either way.
Great. Okay. Okay.
Winterberry is not Santa's village.
Okay.
He is not
He's
from here.
In Winterberry. Okay.
He has a condo.
Outside.
Here.
It's outside.
He's like
He's got a condo.
Yeah, he's got a condo.
That's why you heard the jingling.
That's right.
So I'll kick us off. Krampus Middleheight is a 3.5 foot tall, snowy white goblin. He's got big ears, kind of stick out from the sides of his head. This downy white fur, very fine. And he is at the base of what is the largest tree he has ever seen. And probably the most lit up tree he's ever seen, in the middle of the town square, like in the middle of the Winterberry Square. Enormous, evergreen tree with lights strung, and there's candles lit, and shiny filigree and tinsel and stuff. And he's just staring slack-jawed at the enormity of this tree as the kind of snow filters down around him. And there's, bustling traffic and people selling things, and the, food, the wafting of delicious smells. And he can't get over how enormous this tree is. And so he's kind of standing, he's not like out of the way. He's kind of actually like in the way of traffic. Like people are trying to like move down, across this square, and he's kind of in the middle of the way. But being a country boy from far outside of Winterberry, and having this being his first time in a town this big, he's kind of awestruck.
That's awesome. I like the image of kind of Krampus standing in there, and I almost picture for Krampus everything is slow motion as the kind of warmth and the glow of this tree takes over him, but everybody else, because it's the holidays, there's hustle and there's bustle, and everything else behind him kind of seems to be moving faster. And even though Krampus is in the way, people are they just keep moving. You know what I mean? They're not necessarily waiting to see, why is this person standing in the way? There's no time for that. They've got to keep going.
Okay, so my character is Doeseph Twinkleheart, and he is a very, very large blue reindeer. And he is he's walking around Winterberry, and he notices a group of children, and a couple of them trip and fall. And he goes over there and basically helps them up, like tries to help them up. And is very patient while they pet him and, hang out with him a little bit. His nose is glowing gently.
I love that. I think one of the kids would reach into his pocket, and he would come back out with a candy cane, and he would hold it up to you and just kind of, you're a big creature and he's a small kid.
Very large.
Yeah. Yes. And he would hold it up to you, and, you've just been so friendly to him, but he's still a little bit frightened. He's a little bit of a shy kid.
Yep.
and he would just offer you the candy cane and say thank you.
And Doeseph would kind of like bend his front legs down, kind of like, you know, how a dog, like when they want to play, he would just kind of kneel down. So his head was more at level with the kid, and take the candy cane and, you know, basically say thank you.
Do you eat it? Do you hang it from one of your antlers? Is it decoration?
Let's hang it from an antler. I think that's cute.
Doeseph is going to go around and see how many candy canes he can collect by the end of
Fantastic.
by the end of the evening.
One of the other kids like put something else on his antlers, like a bauble or something like that. He's starting to look very festive.
Yeah, you keep milling about, and like someone sees what's happening, and you get a little tinsel wrapped around one of the antlers, and you're looking very, very festive, but also
absolutely
a little bit blue.
A little bit blue. And Doeseph also is wearing a Christmas sweater. Doeseph is an avid knitter and always knits Christmas sweaters for himself and his family and friends for the holiday season.
That is lovely. I love it. I love it. This is out on the street, right? So you might
out on the street, walking around. Yes.
Okay. You might be within range of this small goblin who is just awestruck.
Probably meandering in that direction. Yes.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, I can go. So in the same area, I'm picturing that this giant tree twinkling, bringing hope and light in such a just magnificent way. Sits on one of the benches that surround this tree is a little 3.5-foot Santa elf. He's wearing his blue little Christmas hat, fluff, white trim. He's got a blue jacket on that wraps, and then it's buckled down with some gold gumdrop buttons with gold trim that kind of sort of just goes around his old tunic. He's wearing shorts, and then he's got his blue and white striped leggings and his classic blue Santa elf shoes. And he's just breathing in the amazing environment, the smells, and he noticed that there's a hustle and bustle going on. And he's using his elementalist ability to do some lighthearted, trying to slow people down a little bit. And he's changing the snowflakes and having them kind of sort of bend off the lights to make them twinkle a little bit more, or hitting someone in the nose with a little of a snowflake to kind of sort of make them pause for a second and maybe look more at the tree and just take a second out of their day to enjoy where we are. He and very much huge smile, eyes are big and wide, watching this amazing looking goblin taking in this wondrous tree and enjoying the holiday spirit.
So Chili Chip, you know Santa, correct?
Yes.
You know Santa. So you've seen Santa's village, you've seen the operation. Yeah. So
I'm in the operation, yeah.
My question is, this is a town that once a year dedicates itself to celebrating what you do. So what are your reactions to this? Obviously isn't Santa's village, but what are your reactions to their celebration of you and your life and what you've dedicated yourself to? Like, obviously you are staring in wonder because it's such a beautiful environment, but like what are you feeling in these moments?
Same thing I feel every time. It's just the amazing, joyous feeling of the holiday spirit, right? I'm here because I've caught up on all my work at the village. He doesn't need a ton of smoothies, except for when he goes, to the other lower half of the of the globe to when it's warmer on that side instead of colder up here. So I've got my smoothies done for him. So when the R&R team, which is the reindeer resupply team, goes out and gives him his smoothies, so he doesn't need any, because he doesn't drink hot chocolate the whole time. You can't drinking hot chocolate in that southern hemisphere when it's summertime. It's just, so a nice little mocha smoothie. He loves it. So, but as far as here, when you enjoy what you do, is it really work, And watching other people enjoy the things that I enjoy, I am in my element, literally and figuratively. This is the greatest time of the year. And honestly, well, almost every time is the greatest time of the year, but this is the greatest time of the year, even more greater than the great time of the year, which is also great. I'm content and ecstatically happy. And that cheese bread sounds really good. I'm also eyeing that a little bit. I might hit a couple people with snowflakes in the eye by accident because that cheese bread is distracting me slightly.
As you're sitting on the bench, kind of taking everything in, doing your elemental magic, you see two kids rush by, and they both have snow on their knees, and they're kind of laughing, like not in a mean way. They're laughing like joyously. You get the feeling that something kind of wonderful just happened, and then they see you and they like skid to a stop, and they look at each other and they go, I think that's one of them. I think that, and then they realize that you see them, and they scurry off. They're taken in by the moment in probably a similar way that you are. So
I verify that I'm not on a shelf and I am on a bench.
Wench on a bench, something like that.
Because I don't need to be mistaken for Jeff. Jeff has his shelf thing. I don't need to take his thing. I'm on this bench, not a shelf.
I don't think the kids would have had the same reaction if they had seen Jeff. I think they would have. Okay. That would have been more of a run screaming situation.
Listen, Jeff is a cop, okay? Jeff is a surveyor for the state.
Undercover elf.
An elf with an attitude.
Jeff is a surveillance operation, okay?
He's an op.
Oh, no.
Anyways, I believe we have one more character that we have yet to meet.
So I just a quick clarification, if I can.
Yeah.
So because of the day itself that's going on, would you say that because of the celebration that's going on, has all of the decorations, like on the tree, for example, and like around the town, would they have already been set up and like fully like decked out, or would that be something in progress? Yeah. Would you say?
That's a great question. So it is a long festivity in this town. Mm-hmm. It is kind of their purpose at this time. So you are not arriving on day one or like before it starts. You're a few days in. So you're showing up to a holiday celebration a few days in. So everything is pretty much kind of, they've checked it twice in the common parlance of the season. So
okay. Oh, okay. Well, that cool. Option B then. So in that case, I guess the way in the with the merriment and the atmosphere, as it currently stands, being as as festive as can be, the way I would see this happen is, so in the center of town, there's this large large tree that has already been decorated and lit up and everything. And in the midst of kind of focusing on that, all of a sudden it kind of shakes a little bit, and some of the and let's say like maybe the star at the top of the tree almost like falls off, and a large like paw just kind of like catches it before it falls, and just kind of just this clumsy large yeti like creature just kind of like just it wasn't there, and it just kind of has appeared by the tree. It was just kind of like just distracted by just kind of the brightness and the beauty of it, and accidentally and focused on it, kind of just bumped into the tree accidentally, but was able to catch the star before it fell, and is large enough he's able to just kind of put it back on top of the tree, and he kind of just pats the side of it and just goes raggle fraggle, and just kind of just kind of stares in wonder at all the lights and the noise, and like clearly like does not belong in the environment, just kind of stumbled into town, and just kind of like is patting to make sure like where he bumped into the tree nothing else was damaged or anything, which of course as he pulls back from it, some of the ornaments have probably stuck to his fur now, as a result, and is just kind of just wandering through the street, just observing and oohing and awing, mumbling to himself.
Okay. Krampus, you are watching this tree, and you see this giant stumble out from the tree, or into the tree, or into and out of the tree. What's your reaction?
Oh, wow, he's big. He's like very nervously, like kind of chuckling and talking to himself because there's nobody around him. But he's looking now at like this tree is the size of like it's several sizes, like several times the size of any home he's ever lived in, and now there's a creature next to it that's the same height. So he's like he kind of skitters out of the way. I don't know that like necessarily it's a like danger sense kind of thing, but he's like, oh, he's so big, wow, let's not be stepped on by him, and kind of like shifts out of the way, and then at the same time realizes he's like been standing in the middle of traffic, probably with his slack jawed for like probably 10 minutes, and this appearance kind of brings him back to himself, and he looks around to see if he's drawn any attention. Doesn't seem like has he drawn any attention? Seems like maybe no. He's too small that anybody would be paying attention to him. But he has never seen a creature as large as this thing that just appears. So if it starts to walk off, I think Krampus will follow him at a safe distance so that he doesn't get kicked. But like he's gonna follow him because he's flabbergasted.
Sounds good. Humble, are you going anywhere, or what is Humble doing now? Now that the tree has been kept upright, and you interestingly, you and Doeseph are now both slightly decorated for the holidays. Doeseph by passersby, you by brushing into the town tree.
Oh,
there are to kind of help you along here a little bit. There are so many different things to see. There's a winter tavern. There are booths with food. There are games that you can play. There is so much that you can do, and everybody seems to be doing everything. It is just a picture, I guess a picturesque picture. That's a bad sentence. It is a perfect picture of merriment. There we go. Nailed it. First try.
I guess just because right now, so Bumble's just literally just bumbling around. I would probably say whatever the first because it's very much squirrel mode, like because like everything that's around. So probably just the first thing that caught my attention, I would just immediately just like focus on and go to that to investigate. That's, I think, why the tree was initially where kind of I focused on immediately. So just turning my attention, whatever is closest to kind of there, that's the first thing I would go to, I would say. So not necessarily gravitating toward a specific thing, but just whatever would be the most eye catching is where I would navigate to first. Okay. Because that is what would catch my attention immediately.
Okay.
I think as Bumble is walking, Krampus would try to get his attention, but like he's so small, and he's not doing a great job of projecting. It'd be like, hey, he's kind of nervous. Hey, how did you get so tall? And like realizing he's not. Like he's far too quiet and far too small to get this thing's attention. Krampus does the first thing he can think of to get his attention and scoops up a bunch of snow and packs it into a snowball and kind of lofts it up toward him to like try to like not hard, but just like loft it up there, like maybe hit him in the shoulder or just like to see if I can like get him to turn around.
All right, let's get our first roll of the night. We're gonna go ahead and do a
it's an attack roll.
We'll say that's a agility roll against Bumble.
Okay, I got plus 2 agility.
I like it.
Here we go. Plus 2 agility. That is a 13 with fear. 15 with fear.
A 15 with fear. I realized.
I mean, he's kind of nervous about it. He's like, hope this goes okay.
Bumble, does 15 clear your evasion?
I think so.
Okay.
I believe it is a 12, so I'm going to say yes.
Okay. We're not going to make you roll for damage. It's a snowball. You're a Yeti.
It's a very finely powdered snowball. It just like poofs immediately.
So Humble Bumble, which definitely sounds like I'm saying Humble Bundle.
I know, right?
Sponsor. That's a good time to talk about our first sponsor of the night.
I know, right?
So Humble Bumble, you are walking along, following whatever catches your fancy, and suddenly, poof, something kind of hits you in the lower shoulder blade. It doesn't hurt, but you do feel something hit you.
Okay. I would do the thing where I just kind of like immediately pause. I would kind of like scratch like towards the area and then turn around and look downward to see like the source of what caused it. So I would be able to see I would be able to see Krampus.
Oh yeah, he's not hiding himself. He's like,
okay,
eyes up, eyes wide, big, like, oh my gosh, he's looking at me. And you see, he's like, he kind of takes a half step back, like, oh, did I make a mistake? Hi.
I would lean down, like towering clearly, right? But like I would start to lean down and kind of reach a paw like over you, and then I would gently like pat you on the head and just silly Billy, and I'm just leaning, just like watching you.
It's like getting patted with a piece of plywood. Like,
Correct. It is not.
Do you take damage?
Yeah.
Krampus sinks into the ground from the.
Even shorter than I was before. Undeterred, Krampus is looking up at you. He's like, so I've never seen anything as tall as that tree before, and you're as tall as that tree. This is going to be a super fun request for me, and it may be super weird for you. I shouldn't ask this, should I? This is dumb. And he's like talking to himself. No, do it anyway. Do you think you could pick me up? And maybe I could ride on your shoulder or something? Because I've never been up that high before, and it seems like it would be pretty neat.
If Revealing, are you okay with this? Do we need to like
you can pick up a goblin that is a tenth of your size or whatever it happens to be without a roll. You have, you are
Easy.
you are not going to need to roll for that one.
Okay. Then I would I think the way that Bumble would do this is he wouldn't like because of his past and experience with reindeers before, he wouldn't just grab you. What he would do is he would take his paw and kind of like he would lay it with his palm out on the ground to where you could like stand on stand in his palm to like lift you up. So basically like he's offering to pick you up.
Yeah, so I have a question about Humble Bumble. Is he like intelligible to most people? Because
so the
reason I ask is Krampus is a druid, and one of his abilities is Nature's Tongue. I can speak to the language of the natural world, so I can speak to plants and animals around me. But I can probably also speak to people who have like a more natural, like less society-based language that a lot of people in town might have trouble understanding.
So the way that I envision it in my head is Bumble is very much like Schnitzel from Chowder, where it's like rada rada rada, but like you just kind of get like the gist of what he's trying to say. Sure. So if you have no concern with it, like I think that's reasonable enough. Like at least you get the gist of what he's trying to, at least if nothing else, the way that he's picked up certain words and tries to use them with certain inflections, I think is the right word. I think to
Krampus, he's like, he understands everything. He's like the Queen's English from Humble Bumble. Like, of course, good sir, please.
Exactly.
We just organically created Rocket and Groot. Just want to point that out.
Perfect. There we go. Krampus will absolutely accept the offer. He'll clamber up into his palm.
And then I'll lift him up and then just offer it, which is as you lift up, what you notice is there's like indents in his shoulders where like clearly it looks like people have like his fur's been like flattened. So clearly other people have done the exact same thing. So you can see like natural like crevices. You could like sit comfortably on his shoulders or on his head.
I think shoulder's good. He'll just, he'll kind of latch onto the fur and just like hold on. And he's pretty nimble. Krampus is pretty nimble. I think he can handle the motion as Humble is walking around. But in thanks, what he's going to do is he kind of like, he's kind of giggling nervously to himself as he's looking around. He's like, oh, this is high. And he waves his hand and kind of like pulls a bunch of snowflakes out of the air, and they turn into fireflies. And they kind of just like float around Humble's head, just like doing little firefly dances around his head. No effect, just like visual.
As this is happening, I'd be curious to know if Doeseph or Chili are seeing this, what their reactions are. We're going to shift focus a little bit, but that keep that in mind that that's still going on.
I think Doeseph would probably wander over. Doeseph is starting to look almost like a festive Christmas tree himself, and so he's wandering towards the Christmas tree, I would say also.
Okay.
Chili Chip is going to laugh a little bit, and there is recognition in his eyes on Humble. He's going to hop up. He was swinging his little legs on the bench. He's going to hop up, and as the interaction's happening, or as Krampus is being put and settled in on the shoulder, I'm going to be like, "Oh, Humble, you really need to watch out where you're going. I see you've made a friend."
I don't think Krampus can hear any of this because he's 30 feet in the air.
And just for confirmation as well, sorry, Doeseph, you said you were heading over in the same area as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
So I guess so. Bumble would like kind of hear. So two things would catch his attention. One was voice of familiarity, but also clopping.
Yes, large blue reindeer.
Yeah, so
I mean, and you're also blue, right? I'm assuming. I mean,
definitely white fur, but undertone blue. Yes,
undertone blue. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so very, very up. Yep. So, like neck, like quick, like turns to look in the direction of the noises as well. Probably not enough to like rattle Krampus, but so it's kind of the thing of like eyes darting back and forth between Doeseph and Chili, and just like this big, like not toothless, but definitely like there are teeth that have clearly been knocked out. Like just big grin with like some missing teeth, and starts to like lean down a little bit towards, but not as like towering as over Krampus because of Doeseph, but like more trying to get at level, but just kind of darting eyes between Doeseph and Chili, and looks at kind of points towards Chili and goes, it would be we don't need silly, so it would be Tilly Chili. Oh no, Tilly Chili, and then points at Doeseph and goes, friend, because he's thinking previously to his reactions with other does that he's seen. So would probably, even though Doeseph and they've probably never met, definitely knows friend for sure. So don't hurt friend. So
absolutely. I'll wander over and say, well, hello, my name is Doeseph. Hello. And oh my goodness, are you an elf? I love elves and I love Santa. But oh my goodness, Rudy is so mean and he doesn't like blue reindeer. And I wanted to hang out with Santa, but I can't. But it's so nice to meet you. And oh my goodness, hello.
Well, hello there. I don't think I've seen him be rude, but maybe it wasn't such a great day for him. And Santa's always.
I mean, it's in his name. It's rude as in Rudy. He's just, he doesn't like me. I've tried so many times. I tried sending him nice Christmas notes, but unfortunately, I am just too blue.
You know what?
But it is so nice to meet you. Hello, I am Doeseph.
Hi, Doeseph. And
Hello.
you know what? It sounds like maybe it's a little bit of a mix-up because my brother's named Chili Chip, and I'm named Chili Chip, but his chili is with an I, and I'm with a Y. He makes chili, and I make things chili. So it could be a
Oh, my
confusion
goodness.
thing.
Oh
'cause
my
sometimes
goodness!
they
Well,
think that I make the
maybe you
chili,
can
and it
get
doesn't
me in
work
with
out very well.
Santa. I don't know, but it is so
I
nice to
certainly
meet
can
you.
try. It's
And
very
who are
nice
you?
to meet
You are very
too.
tall and very large. It is so nice to meet you. Also,
Don't be shy, Bumble. Introduce yourself.
hello.
On his
and
big
then-
toe, I'm
At the
Introduce
exact
Hello,
same
would you
time,
like to pet me? I do not mind.
at the exact same time, Krampus is like hitting him in the face, like she's talking to you.
Hello. I'm
so-
gonna gently bump his. I don't know how high up I am on him. I'm gonna gently bump him with my antlers, just like playfully.
So Humble Bumble is getting nudged in the foot, in the face, and somewhere in the upper,
Like in the
upper
stomach.
thigh region.
yeah.
I am Doeseph.
So I'm trying to think process of the way Bumble would process. So he would go prioritization. He would start to say, stop. Hear the acknowledgement of the pat, and like immediately like accept the offer, and like so go to, again, it's in his mind gentle, but it's not. It like you said, it's basically, it's not it's not rough, but basically attempts to try to like pat you, like, I guess not on the horns, but like on the head, I
On
guess,
the head.
Doeseph? Yeah.
Maybe like a single finger.
Right, exactly.
If you would prefer, you may boop me. I do not mind. I love being booped.
Stops immediately and boops. I like definitely like it understands boop. I hit snoop boop.
Joseph's like blue nose starts glowing brighter in appreciation.
So I got a question
love that.
here. I got a question. Is Humble are you like leaning down to pet this reindeer?
Yes. So but not like towering over, like where like you're at risk of like slipping off because it's more at level because of Doeseph being larger than like Chili. But yeah, I am leaned down lower, so like you're definitely more in range than before.
Hanging off. Just a grip on
Oh
the
my
fur.
goodness.
Like taking
Who
a
are
knee,
you?
maybe.
You are very small. Would you like a candy cane? I have several candy canes. The people are so nice in this town.
Could, if I wanted to, could Krampus try to slide down Bumble's arm to land on Doseph's back?
Oh, the boop, the arm I'm using to boop Doeseph, Krampus could like slide down it like like a ramp.
I love it. You're good at difficult terrain, and
I am.
It's not even. It's that doesn't even require a roll. That's the kind of movement you were born for.
And I have an actual ability that allows me to help an ally traverse any difficult terrain. So I could literally like help guide you down if needed.
So I think Krampus would slide down Bumble's arm, having been like up top and like seen. He's been at roof level for a few minutes now. He slides down Bumble's arm and kind of lands on Doseph's back, like giggling the whole time nervously, but like, this is hi, I'm Krampus. Is it okay that I'm here? I kind of just came down and figured it would be fine. I've ridden 2 people today, which is more people than I've
Hello,
ever ridden
Krampus.
in
I
my
am
whole life.
Doeseph. Have a candy cane. I am so glad that you're riding me. Let us ride somewhere together.
This sounds fun. And so he takes a candy cane and then he replaces it, like replaces where the candy cane was with a snowball that he's packed around like a little like span of twine. So it's like a snowball like bauble, like you would hang on a tree. He just hangs it up there.
Hello,
Perfect.
shall we go for a clippity clop? I am smelling some delicious cheesy bread, and Doeseph loves cheesy bread. Would you like to go get some?
I don't know what a clippity clop is or a cheesy bread
I'll
is.
show you.
Okay,
and then
let's do it.
Doeseph starts clippity clopping towards the food.
Yes, perfect. Krampus is down for it. He's ready to go.
as they
You can like
clippity-clop
grab on
out,
tight to the Christmas sweater as best you can.
as they clippity clop away, I look to Bumble. Bumble, you've got to stop being so humble. That cheesy bread does smell good, but why didn't you tell them that you're like one of the main defensive men for the Tinsel League hockey team on the tree toppers?
But Bumble processes it for a minute, and then he kind of like, because he's got like random stuff just kind of in his fur at this point, especially from like the tree. But he like the sense of acknowledgement of who Chili is. He'll kind of poke a finger like in not his belly button, but like in some of his fur, and he pulls off what looks like just like a handkerchief, and he like lowers it down to you, and it's like an old, like one of your old handkerchiefs you've lost, like with like your initials in it. It's moist. It's definitely like, oh, it's been gone for a
Moist.
while, but like just basically just gives it to you.
Thank you, Bumble. I don't know where I must have left this at one of the games. I'm sometimes I just miss some stuff. I'm gonna freeze the moistness and kind of sort of break off the ice while it's going there. Kind of dust it off, right? Let's go.
Let's go. Snot rag that is moist.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go get
Merry
some cheesy
Christmas.
bread.
That's great.
Just what
Let's go get some cheesy bread. Also, I think you guys have a surefire, chance to win the Cocoa Cup this year.
It is like, Bumble like looks at you like nodding head, smiling, has no idea what you're talking about. Like, but just is definitely like, and like, has no idea what you're talking about.
I'm going to be trailing off. Like as we're walking, I'm trailing off. Have you seen my mentor Frosted Flakes? He's been doing like the rainbowny the whole year, and we really miss him in the kitchen.
And again, like Bumble is listening, acknowledging, and it is in one ear, right out there. Has no idea what he's talking about, but is just following right along. So, which again, like Bumble's learned to be more cautious. So, like he's not like just boom, boom, boom. Like he's kind of having to tippy toe to make sure he doesn't shake things. So he's being gentle as he's kind of following along, but just kind of just following as Chili is talking. So
to keep up with it, I'm going to skip a little.
That is whimsical as hell.
As all of you kind of get in line, it's a long line to get this delicious bread with cheese. You look around at everything that's happening around you, and you see, like I said, like people moving as if they are knowing, like, let me try that sentence again. You see people moving as if they know just where they're going. They're moving with purpose. People are fixing pieces of the tree since a Yeti may have bumped into it slightly. They are, they're tending to some people who got maybe some ice crystals in their eyes. One person is kind of like looking up really curiously at a bunch of fireflies that weren't there a moment ago. So like people are, moving with purpose, and everything is coordinated. And then you actually look kind of behind you at two people who don't really seem to be a part of all of the movement. It's a furbolg with a giant axe and a shield, and a fairy, and they're having a little argument about what the true meaning of the season is.
Maz, you know that it's about spreading course light. You know that, right?
Tell that to my toe. Tell that to my toe.
What? Ambush! Special cameos!
Would you join me for a pint over at Dusty Tavern?
Nah, I'm gonna get over there. It's gonna take me a while though. We're gonna have to go a little bit slow because I'm still working that one off. But I don't know. You tell me about this. Yeah, tell me about this Khormas. Look all around us. I don't see any warmth. It's just snow, snow, snow.
You see that gang over there? You see how well they get along? That is coarse warmth. That is what the season is all about. Come on, friend. You can jump on my back if you need to.
Ah, thank you.
And the slightly familiar Furbolg and Fairy meander off. And we shift focus back to the players for this wonderful one shot. And you are waiting in line to get your bread and cheese.
Huh. This kind of smells like it. I mean, I know it's probably good. You said it was good, right? Like cheese and bread. It sounds really good. But it kind of smells like my uncle. Like stinky. Is it supposed to smell like that? Sorry, I don't know. I've never had this before.
I am very sorry. Doeseph may have farted. Sometimes Doeseph cannot help it. I am very sorry. Would you like me to move?
No, it's okay. It may surprise you how awful the smell is where I come from, pretty persistently. So it smells like the food is good. It's supposed to be stinky, right? Like that's the stinky cheese?
Not like this stinky.
Okay. Huh. Hey, Doeseph, how did you come to be here? Because I'm from outside of town and maybe not totally supposed to be here, but it was just such a big trip that I wanted to take, and so I decided that I would just go. But that's enough about me. How did you get here?
Well, yes, I am Doeseph, and when I was a young reindeer, I got into a terrible snowstorm when I was playing with my sister, Stagatha Twinkleheart, and unfortunately I lost her, and I have not seen her for many years. I feared the worst, that she had been lost, but recently Doeseph got a note, and I do believe that she is alive, and so I have come to this town to try to find any news or information about my sister, Stagatha Twinkleheart. Have you heard anything?
No, but I also don't know what a note is.
Oh, it is something you put notes on paper. Yes. I am very bad at writing because of hooves.
I don't know what writing is, so maybe you can show me sometime.
Yes, we can do that after the cheesy bread.
Okay. We stand a functionally illiterate pairing.
How about you two? What brings you here? And have you heard any word of my sister, Stagatha? I look at our other companions.
Bumble would probably is listening, hearing the words, and he scratches his chin, thinking for a moment, and goes, "Raggle fraggle."
What do I know that he said?
He just said, you would probably interpret it as like north.
North.
Just north.
So Krampus kind of looks at Humble, looks down at Doeseph. He said north. I don't know if that's because he's from there, or he saw your sister there, or it just happens to be the direction we're facing. So, well, yeah.
Raggle fraggle.
He said it again.
Oh. North is a good direction. Perhaps Doeseph will go in that direction to look for Stagatha.
Does Stagatha look like you by any chance? I mean, I know you haven't seen her in a while, but like when you were young, because like
Yes.
me and my 17 other siblings, we all look pretty similar. Even but particularly when we were younger, but we look a lot alike. Do you look like your sibling?
Doeseph does not know what Stagatha looks like now. It has been many years. However, Doeseph was not always blue. Doeseph was normal a normal reindeer until the night that Doeseph lost his sister. So I would assume that Stagatha is a normal colored reindeer, but I have not seen her in many years.
Hmm.
Can I
Go ahead.
can I
Yeah.
do some type of roll to see if I know of Stagatha
Sure.
in up in the good old Santa's village?
He's got
and
the deep
maybe-
reindeer lore.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I mean,
maybe-
if anyone would know a reindeer, it's probably a Santa's elf, right?
Absolutely.
and
That's a knowledge roll.
And can I do something with my holiday hope experience?
Oh.
In the sense of this sounds like it could be great news to impart if I do know something to help give a little bit more of that hope for the holidays.
100%. So roll your duality dice, add your knowledge modifier, spend 1 hope, and add your +2 from your holiday hope experience.
I envision
Oh, you guys-
Chippy like whipping out the Rolodex. Like,
Jesus. All right. My first official roll is a 9, 10, 11 with fear.
11 with +3 and +2?
I rolled a
Dang.
6 and then
boy.
+3 +2.
Oh.
We may still be looking
wait,
for
hold
Stag.
on. What were the dice you rolled?
My 2 D12s.
Yeah, but like, what were the numbers? Was it 4 and 2 or 5 and 1?
2 on hope, on 4 on fear.
Okay, I was gonna say if it was, because crits work differently in Daggerheart. If it's the same number, it's a critical
Oh, yeah.
success.
Right. It would tell me I'd crit on the, because I'm using the demi plane.
Oh, look at you,
and
fancy.
if I had rolled a 1, I'd be able to re-roll the hope die, but I didn't. So that's my first official Daggerheart roll
Look, it can only get better, right?
Yeah.
for the hope of the season.
Yeah. So, Chili Chip, you look at Doeseph and you think back to the thousands of reindeer that you have met over the years. And you may have met Stagatha, but unfortunately, you just don't have any idea. And the thought of seeing this person who needs this holiday hope, they need this thing, you feel a small little trickle of sweat start to form on your brow, and you look up and around, and all of the hustle and bustle has stopped, and people are staring at you.
Oh.
It's like on the tip of my tongue. He opens up one eye and then he looks around. He's like, oh.
And just as quickly, everybody gets back to what they were doing.
Oh.
Mm. That is okay. I understand. You meet many reindeer. I will not lose hope. I will still look for my sister.
Sorry, I have to describe what I'm doing on camera. I'm taking what Doeseph said, but I'm looking around a little confused about what just happened because everything just stopped for a second.
Yeah, did any of us notice this?
Do you guys want to make maybe a group action roll to see if anybody else noticed?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
Sure.
I'm down.
Okay,
And he is like doing little just left to right, looking around, little confused on his eyes. A little bit of that overwhelming joy has just faded just a little bit.
Chili, you get the sense something isn't quite right. The rest of you, what we're going to do is we're going to do a group action roll. So the way that works is you are going to elect one of you to lead the roll. It's just the 3 others. One of you is going to lead the roll, but everybody is going to roll their duality dice. And we are going to basically what happens is we are comparing the difficulty to what originally the leader rolls, and if the other people beat the difficulty, they add +1 to the leader's roll. If they don't beat the difficulty, they subtract 1. So you're all working together to look around to see. You can tell something just happened that unsettled Chili, and you're looking around to see if you saw anything.
I think Chili leads this roll.
Sure, I'm down.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good to me. We'll get Chili involved in that one. So that will be a instinct roll. So all of you roll your 2d12s. Add your instinct modifier, and let's start with Chili, and then hear everyone's results. And for this, we're not. This is more of a reaction roll, so we're not going to do hope and fear for this. So this won't do any hope and fear.
Oh,
because you guys are consistently giving me fear. So at this point, I'm just kind of like, settle down a minute. Settle down.
Has any of us
We're like, no more fear. No, this is a holiday episode.
My second official roll, which no longer rolls with hope, is a 26.
All right.
Because it was a 12 and a 10.
Wow. That is very good.
So wait, hold on. We have to beat that to add?
No, you have to beat the difficulty.
Okay. All right. Got it.
And that'll either add or subtract from his. You don't have to beat his roll. You have to beat the difficulty set.
Shit.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
There's two numbers you could roll.
Where was that roll before?
Yeah, we needed that one earlier.
I don't know.
All right, everybody else, give me your rolls. And actually, let me double check something, because you might actually still take you might still take a hope for that. Let me double check the rules there, Chili, while everybody else gives me their number.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Doeseph rolled a 15.
15, okay.
Yes.
That's +1 to your roll, so that's a 27.
Okay.
Krampus got a 20.
Okay, so that's +2, so that's a 28.
Hey. Come on, Bumble. The most perceptive among us.
Yeah. That's on brand. Bumble got a 12.
Oh dear.
All right. That is, I was mistaken, by the way. So you roll action as normal, so you still take that hope, Chili. Everybody else is considered a reaction roll in a group action roll. So you were good. Even though Humble Bumble looks around, gets very distracted by the shinies everywhere, does not notice anything amiss. Everybody else working together does realize that there was this moment where the cheer was gone and everything felt wrong for a moment.
It was like we were in a place where nobody knew our names.
Did anybody feel that? It almost felt like that moment when someone gets added to the naughty list.
It kind of felt like...
I did not feel a thing. I was too busy waiting for my cheesy bread. It smells delicious.
Slippy
It
bippy.
smells delicious.
Humble, it kind of felt like when I left home when I wasn't supposed to. And I knew it was wrong, but I did it anyway. Yeah. Oh well, this cheesy bread smells really good. How much does it cost? Because we're getting kind of close to the front of the line, and I don't have much money, and I'm pretty hungry.
It's just a gold piece. It's a gold piece. You see a big sign that describes it's not your run of the mill. Which is, I think, an accidental bread pun. It's not your run-of-the-mill bread. It's more of your high end. It's almost a baguette, and it's just a white melted cheese. You notice as you get closer, there's some kind of peppers or something like that on the bread, and you can choose to get those or you can't. But you do see a sign that says that it is just a gold piece for a large piece of bread smothered in cheese per person. Well, I mean, you can get as many as you want, but
we're gonna need like 7 for Humble. I mean, he's like really big, and I don't know. Are you hungry, buddy?
Lemon?
Yeah.
Just kind of shrugs.
Yeah, he's gonna need like 7. So, let's maybe like pool our money together. Hopefully, we can get enough to get everybody at least some.
All of your money combined is more than enough for you guys to get as much of the cheese
and cheesy bread.
And bread as you want. And you get up to the front of the line, and interestingly, that moment where everything froze and everyone looked at you, it's like it never happened to anyone else. And you kind of shrug and get your cheese, get your bread. Mm-hmm. Everybody digs in, and it's delicious. And
Doeseph is going to kind of loaf on the ground like a cat would loaf and eat the cheesy bread. And then when he's done, he's going to pull out out of his pack. He's going to pull out his knitting needles and start making a tiny Christmas sweater.
I have to know this about Doeseph.
I love this.
I have a question.
For Krampus.
I have a question about Doeseph.
Yes.
Doeseph walks around on 4 legs, correct?
Yes.
When Doeseph sits down to knit, does Doeseph take off gloves that look like hooves and have fingers underneath them?
Doeseph has hooves, but and no fingers. No fingers. But I mean, sometimes he does like knitting festive holiday mittens also.
Okay.
Yes. He's going to knit a small sweater for Krampus, because Krampus is the easiest one to knit it for.
He is the smallest. And that's true.
He is the small. So he's gonna hand Krampus a hand knit sweater.
So Krampus holds the hand knit sweater up to like his like homespun. It's all like he's dressed in like all whites, like to kind of camouflage in with the like snowy background. What is this like a really bright festive color?
It is a very incredibly festive. We're talking like, I mean, Doeseph is an incredibly talented knitter. So you're talking like little penguins. It's green. It's red. It's got like, blue. It's incredibly festive and cute.
Krampus dons it immediately, and he's like stretching his arms out. It's like it's cut just to me. I was only riding on your back for like 10 minutes, but like, wow. You're really talented. This is wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Anything for my new friend. Doeseph loves knitting sweaters for new friends.
And he points at one of the colors, like red or green or whatever it is. He goes, "What do you call this?"
Oh, this color. I mean, it is not my color. It is green. Okay. Do you not see colors?
No, I see colors. I didn't know what this was called or this one either, because where I live, everything's just kind of white and gray, and we don't really have a whole lot of words for stuff that looks differently than that.
Oh, but it is green.
Okay, green.
Yes, and this one is my color. This is blue.
Blue. I know blue because the sky. But what about this one? And he points at the red.
Red, yes. That is red. That is the color of that rude reindeer's nose. Very rude, rude.
Oh, okay. So bad color. And he kind of like slaps it.
Bad color. But it is a nice color. It is just not a nice color for a nose.
I mean, Santa does wear red.
Oh, that is fine. But I do not like Rudy.
And you just hear like
I think if you guys were to meet each other, I think it'd be fine. However, your sweater looks amazing, and what an incredible holiday gift that is.
Oh, thank you.
I bet the people in the sweater division would love to see your handiwork.
Oh, that is very nice of you to say. Doeseph starts knitting him a sweater too.
Hours pass. Hours pass.
We're just knitting and eating cheesy bread.
So
And Krampus, how did you enjoy your clippity clop journey?
it was very nice. Doeseph is very stable. He doesn't bump around a whole lot, which is really great because while I'm very nimble, my behind is very small.
Stable,
and it's
unlike
easy to
my
fall off of
family
things.
life. Yes.
Yes. But my, and he's like trying to figure out a way to pay Doeseph back for the sweater. And so you said Doeseph is loafing on the ground, like closer to the ground?
Just like a cat would loaf. He's loafing and then kind of like on his like reindeer elbows, so he's knitting.
So he
He's got like his tongue out in concentration.
Yeah. Exactly.
I love this visual so much. It's great.
So he's gonna Krampus will kind of like hop around up, like to touch various points of Doseph's antlers, and as he touches each of them, these like white winter lilies blossom along the antlers.
Oh my goodness, Doeseph is so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Well, you made me something really nice, and I wanted to make something nice for you because that's what nice people do. And my granddad taught me that, and I hope you like them.
I love it. Wow, are we best friends? I think we are best friends. Friends with Doeseph forever.
I don't think I've ever had a friend. Mostly just my siblings, and we throw snowballs at each other a lot, and sometimes there's ice in them.
Now we are best friends. We must stay together forever. And then, so that means that Doeseph considers Krampus now part of his family.
During this whole exchange, Chili is clapping. Is just so happy with how much Christmas is going on right now with the games and gifts and everything. It's so great.
After a little while, Doeseph finishes Chili's sweater and hands Chili a sweater also. This one has polar bears on it.
Yay, I love polar bears. They're one of my most favorite animals ever. Right next to reindeers, elephants. Chili at this point will name every animal that he knows.
And then Doeseph just looks at Bumble, is like, "You are very big. I will knit you gloves."
Oddly, the gloves are more material than the sweaters for either of the other two.
Bumble will just look at Doeseph and just pinkies out and just present them. Like not even full gloves, just wrapped for his pinkies.
Maybe they're fingerless gloves, right? Like maybe Doeseph is like running out of yarn and just is like, "This is all I can do, but they look great on you." All right. So everyone has a knitted item. Yeah.
As this is happening, a young boy walks by, and he's got like a knitted hat with kind of the little tassels going down the sides. He's got a big puffy coat. His gloves are clipped, or like his mittens are clipped to his sleeves, and he's holding 2 bags in his hands as he's walking by. And he's just kind of hustling. He feels out of rhythm with the rest of the happenings in the town. And he's just kind of hustling by you.
Well, hello. You have such a nice hat. Doeseph knows a lot about knitting, and that is a very nice knitted hat.
And the boy stops and looks at you, claps both of his hands to his cheeks, and screams, and then takes off running.
Oh no! Did Doeseph scare that little boy? Doeseph is not usually very scary.
A few seconds later, you actually see a tall man with curly hair, and then like a short, balding man who seems to be missing the top of his hat, chasing after.
Wait, like chasing after the.
Going in the same direction. You don't know necessarily that it's chasing, but going in the same direction.
So I have one of the goblin ancestry traits is danger sense, which has a mechanical value, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of a storytelling value, do I get like a vibe through that of like intent radiating off of these men appearing to be running in the same direction as this boy?
You don't even have to roll for that. You absolutely, something is not right about this. There is some danger here.
Oh no, are we worried? Would you like to clippity clop?
Yeah, I think so. That looks an awful lot like when my uncle was throwing snowballs at us, and like it was all fun and games, and then they started putting ice in the snowballs, and then everybody got really mad, and they seem like that right now. Yeah, let's clippity clop. And he like grabs a bunch of snow and makes it into snowballs. As he like hops up on Dosepher's back.
Okay.
And Doeseph has like the Christmas sweater has multiple pockets in it, so that means that if Krampus wants to put snowballs in the pockets in this he could do that and store some snowballs in there. And so Doeseph is going to start clippity clopping after the little boy.
Okay.
Come on, Chippy, hop up.
Yes, you may join us for the clippity clop.
Bumble, you coming?
Oh, trying to think how Bumble would interpret that, because I think Bumble knows well enough that he would not be able to hop on for clippity clop as well.
No, there is no room for Bumble.
So, like, cause the way you
you can certainly try.
Yeah, like so you
there will
see
be no more clippity clops ever if that occurs.
You see like
die.
you definitely see like the brain cell like it's spinning for a moment, and then he just fraggle, and he kind of adjusts himself. He wipes his mouth off from the cheesy bread that we were doing, and follows along. Like, again, he has to kind of pace himself, but yes.
It would be my honor if I could clippity clop with you. Yes.
Krampus whispers when Humble Bumble says "raggle fraggle." Krampus whispers down into Doseph's ear. He says, "Indubitably." I don't know what that means, but that's what he said.
Oh, that is a very large word. Doeseph does not know that word. But let us go.
So as you, go ahead.
If I'm allowed on the back, I jump on the back.
Yes, you are.
Wiggle my nose and touch it, and my candy cane staff comes out, and around the hook, a little frozen snowball starts to form.
Cool.
Okay.
I am so glad that you are with me. I love elves and I love Santa. What a great honor.
And we love reindeer. All of you guys.
So you all take off in the direction following this kid who is terrified and the two people that were chasing him. And as you get back into the town square, because the cart with the bread and the cheese was a little bit off the town square. You had to walk down a street or so. And as you get back into the town square, Chili Chip, your arcane sense pings. You realize that something is different around this tree from when you were last here, and you don't like what you're feeling.
And it's as we're running by?
as you get to the tree. Like the closer you get to the tree, the stronger the sense is, the more weight it seems to press down on you.
What's wrong with the tree? I won't yell, but I'm just sort of saying, what are these two that are chasing after the kid? Are they running past the tree? Are they running to the tree?
You don't see them.
We've lost them?
You have. But back in the town square, something is wrong.
Mm.
The people that were moving about in all of these hurried but cheerful ways are gone.
Ooh.
The lights on the trees seem to be dimmed, almost darkened.
There's joy missing here.
I mean, the tree is still just as tall as it was before, right? It's just, wow, it's dark up there.
Is, and it's not glowing with happiness like it used to. And I don't know where those guys went.
Yeah.
Actually, everything feels weird right now. This does not feel very, very Christmassy.
Yes. Where are the children? Doeseph loves children. I do not see children.
Do we see anybody? Like the square is cleared?
Square is empty.
Where is everybody?
Something is very strange.
I'll look over Dosa's back over to Bumble. Bumble, do you see anything from up there?
Well, and just for confirmation, you said the tree looks dim.
Yeah, it is. There is still light coming off of it because there's candles and all of that on the tree, but it is dampened.
Oh no. Yeah. Bumble will go ruh-roh, and assume that he broke one of the lights on the tree and just basically just beeline it to the tree to try to see if he can figure out how to fix it.
All right.
Wait,
what is everybody else doing?
I don't know. And like, that's as much as he gets out.
All right, so we've got a Bumble beelining to the tree.
I will probably hop off of Doeseph and try to see if I can start sensing where things are stronger with the not so joyous Christmassy vibes.
Okay.
Doeseph will follow along. Basically, Doeseph is happy to be there. So
okay. So what it sounds like to me is that Humble Bumble and Chili Chip are both investigating to see if they can figure out what's wrong. It's a little bit of a different flavor. So Chili Chip, you're using your arcane sense to try to detect what's happening in this area. Is that correct? I just want to make sure I'm understanding.
Yes.
And Humble Bumble, you're basically checking each individual bulb on the tree to see if one's out. Is that correct?
Basically, what he's actually doing, it's even goofier than that. He's going to do the thing where, like, where you kind of like you kind of wiggle a pipe to see if if there's something wrong, or like you wiggle a light to get it to come back on. So he's just taking his paw and just just shaking around, see if he can figure out if he can get it to light back up, because he assumes he's the reason the lights are out. So he's just he's physically touching and kind of shaking the tree a little bit, trying to get it to light back up. So it's not a very clean investigation, but it could definitely be that if that's the easiest way to roll this. But it is more the intent trying to fix what he thinks he broke.
Okay. That sounds very good to me. So, Chili, I would like you to make an instinct roll using your arcane sense to kind of investigate around, so you can get a sense of where things are happening. Humble Bumble, to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, it sounds like you're trying to brute force a little bit, getting the tree to light back up. Is that a fair way to say that?
I think that's fair. I would say so.
Okay, let's make a strength check against the tree.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
Okay, it's for the holidays. It's fine.
Okay, you said a strength, just a straight strength check.
Yep. So just roll your duality dice and add your strength modifier.
So from Chili Chip, you're getting a 25 with fear.
Okay.
That's a huge fucking
Which
roll.
probably makes sense. At this fear.
Holy shit.
It's big, yeah.
25 is
10 and 11,
enormous.
man. Dude, hey.
So that is what am I looking at here? A 14 with hope for you. Is that correct? Humble Bumble?
Did that come through? I think it says with hope. So that's good, right? Because the hope die was higher. Okay, I understand. Sorry, it has been a minute. Yes.
You're okay. We didn't really do a recap of the rules. We just kind of threw you in and see what would happen. So it's all good.
Okay.
So, all right. So let's start with Humble Bumble. First of all, make sure you add an extra hope to your sheet. It is not on the left side of your character sheet, just for clarification. If you start on the left side, turn right.
I did start there though, just to be clear. I started there just so I didn't lose my way.
No. That's the correct way. You don't want to get lost on the way to the hope.
Yeah.
So go ahead and add a hope because you rolled with hope. Even though the lights are dimming, still just being this close to something so beautiful kind of still has the ability to warm you a little bit, Humble. But the tree does darken even further. Chili Chip is likely the only person to notice that in 4 distinct places, there seems to be a negative presence. There seems to be something awful waiting. And you sense all of these places at once, Chili Chip, and you are kind of frantically looking between the places where your arcane sense is telling you something is lurking. And as you do that, as you are looking around, a giant specter sheathed in a gown of green holly apparates and poof, lands right in front of you.
Holy broken ornaments!
And as this specter lands in front of you, poof, 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 off in the distance, you see 3 more specters appear. And that's where we're going to wrap up part 1 of the Naturolls Winter WonderShot 2025. Thank you for listening. Make sure you tune in next time for the stunning conclusion.
I love every one of you guys' characters. I do. It's amazing. I love this. This is fun.
I was before he broke, I was going to be like, I know that color's green. I know that one.